man saying, mum's statement. What's mumsy saying? Man said, as a mum, seeing the level of negative abuse and abusive comments in which he's receiving from some fans, pundits, and the media is disgraceful and totally unacceptable to any walk of life. Never mind someone who works his socks off for his club and country. Bruv, you don't even play for us, I'll be real. If I was there in the stands as usual, oh no, sorry, I was there in the stands as usual, and it's not acceptable what's been created over nothing. I understand that in the world of football there are ups and downs, positives and negatives, but what Harry receives has gone far beyond football. Oh, sounds familiar, blood. For me, seeing him go through what he's going through is not okay. I'd hate to have to see other parents or players go through this in the future, especially young boys and girls breaking through the ranks. Harry has a massive heart, and it's a good job he's mentally strong and can handle it, as others may
So why are
not
you
be
backing
able
him
to.
then?
I wish this sort of abuse on nobody. But this is the thing. If he can handle it, why are you chatting for? Firstly, yeah.
She's drawing him out. Obviously, mum's instincts kicked in, but like she's just making it something he's not. And I disagree with the mum because if anything, obviously he does get criticized, but if anything, he's being backed by all the platforms. He's being backed by the manager. He's being backed by everyone. Even Ten Hag, he doesn't favor him. He doesn't draw him out. So I disagree with that. When you see what even happened to historically David Beckham, we all know you mentioned Sancho, Raheem Sterling. Mum's instincts kicking in, but it's cap. Everybody's backing him. You know,
Bro,
it's in a unique
Saka,
position.
Rashford had to deal with it after
Saka,
the penalty miss.
bro.
Bro, none of their mums came out. Yeah.
I feel like it don't really make sense, man. I can't lie. Obviously, big up Bubsy. And as I said, I feel sorry for Maguire. I don't like to see a man down on their luck. And it seemed like, you know what? When we played you lot and our fans were chanting, I was like, yeah, you've hit a new low as an individual now because the opposition fans are cheering for you. Your own fans don't like you.
Broski, I was in a bar in Portugal and the Arsenal fans were cheering Harry Maguire coming on, bro.
That's what I feel sorry for Donny.
And this is when I said, yo,
just
this
woe
is
is me,
crazy.
bro. What are the chances of him coming off the bench and having an own goal now? It's like, you need to get out of Man United. You need to stop playing for England. You need to go somewhere else, man. But it's cap, man. Even like someone says, Xhaka was getting booed. It's dead, man. And it's only certain individuals. It's nothing to do with Maguire's family, but it's like, we know he's human, but you're trying to show us that human element of his, and that luxury weren't afforded to several players.
Bruv, the human element is not afforded to anyone that looks like us, innit, bro? And this is what I say, bro. The streets are saying that they punched the wrong mum and that. Free Phil Foden and... Sorry, blood. Like that. Yo, Foden, bruv, is peak. You know there was there, man said mistaken identity and that. But no, it's crazy. Nah, bro, what's she doing though? This is embarrassing.
His mum's OJ, man. Foden, I don't know why he's not backing his mum, but his mum's OJ.
This is crazy, bro. I'll be real, yeah. Like, this is horrible. Like, when I see this, it's like, it gets to the point where this is why, yeah, my heart is cold for certain things like this, because it's like, now, I just want to see more of it. You know them ones? Because it's like, bro, you're bringing this on yourself.
Hey, yo, bad guy, man.
Bro, I'm being real. Because it's like, how, you know what's crazy? And this is what I always say, yeah? These men are living in so far away from reality, yeah, that she thinks that what she's done is okay. That's not okay, bro. Do you know what I mean? And the reason why that's not okay is there's men that are really going through stuff in football, yeah, and you have the cheek to be coming out like Harry Maguire is a victim. If anything, he's only a victim of the privilege that he's already been shown. The reason why people are getting mad at him in the first place is because they're frustrated at the fact that we keep seeing him. You know, like that. That's what it is, bro. Like,
he keeps getting rewarded. Like, bro, in any walk of life, if you don't do your job, you don't get to play certain games, you don't get certain rewards. But he's obviously got Southgate, rightly or wrongly, whether he's performed for England or not, he's still got Southgate's faith. He's still technically in the Man United squad. And I think Maguire, his one is different, is that no one's getting at his character. No one's questioning stuff off the field. People are just questioning what you're doing or not doing on the football field. Yeah. So I don't really think it holds weight. And at the same time, you know, if you're a professional footballer, much less of a top six club, much less of Man United and playing for England, bro, there's a level of scrutiny, rightly or wrongly, you just have to be put up with. The vast majority of fans will criticize you on what you're doing on the football field. And you've been doing everything other than helping Man United, really and truly. You helped us the last week.
I'm sure you scored their own goal last game, blood.
This is what I'm saying. At this point, Southgate's got to blame himself. You brought on a man, he gave an own goal, and then you're having a question about it. Like, at some point, the man needs to be saved for himself.
Bro, really, the Bears scored an OG, and then Gareth Southgate came out and said that it was a joke how he's been treated, and that it's like, what?
This is it.
Like, bro, what are you talking about?
I don't get that.
And the thing is, Harry Maguire is getting criticised purely on his ability.
It's on what you're not doing or doing on the football field. It's nothing to do
There's
with
nothing wrong.
other stuff.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with criticizing a man on his ability, because ultimately, as a football fan, you reserve the right to be able to judge someone on their performances. His performances have been consistently bad for years, not even weeks or months, or for years, for seasons. Do you know what I'm saying?
He was bought for like 70, 80 million. You're always going to be talked about, man.
85 M's, bro. He will never pay that back.
This is it. Like, you have to hold that really and truly. And not that Maguire speaks, but just because of his demeanor, and sometimes when he speaks, he doesn't necessarily help himself really when he says, I don't look at it, or those who know football know that I do stuff and whatnot. I do think he's taking it on the chin, but like, you're going to have to hold that, Mumsy, really, because I mean, if they get that man's character, then fair enough, but it's all off the football field. You know, again, England ain't really blessed with whole heap of defenders and stuff, but you could reckon other people could get opportunity. And it's just literally just criticism of that. I don't understand the media campaign to kind of like, oh, stop getting on Harry Maguire again. We hope for mental health and things. And to be fair, these same people that are saying that about Harry Maguire, they were gassing up Sancho when he came out rightly so and spoke about mental health. And now they're back to attacking Donny, really and truly, and talking about attitude. And you've seen all the stories, and all these things have come out allegedly over Man United in the summer and whatnot.
No, but you know what the beauty of the Sancho thing is, yeah? It's like, we've heard it all before, blood. Just a different player.
This is it. Once you say attitude, we all know, like, that's cash money.
That's what it is, isn't it?
It's cash money. He's got attitude problem. Boom, boom, done.
Bro. It's the attitude, or you're aggressive or something, bro. It's
always
the same. Wow. It's always the same things, bro. You know the ones there, like, bro. Amen. Listen, I've been the aggressive guy for my whole life, so I know exactly what it is, bro. Do you know what I mean? And I'm the one that's not aggressive. I'm the one that reacts to provocation, bro. And then I always get made out to be the instigator.
You're always going to be the bad guy, unfortunately. Like, unfortunately.
But this is exactly what it is, bro. And it's like, it's boring. It's boring, the Sancho thing. It's really boring. And the reason why it's boring is, yeah, like, if everyone gets treated the same, I don't have a problem. Because when David De Gea, yeah, was costing man games and all of this, we never heard no leaks about the players getting fed up with David De Gea still being at the club. He's costing us games. Do you know, and he's someone that visibly sulks. David De Gea is a goalkeeper. You can see how moody he is. Like,
yeah, even in games
as well. Yeah, bro. If he makes a mistake, you can see his head's gone. Like, he's rattled now. You can't pass the ball back to him because he's going out for a throw-in. You know, the one's like, bro, like, he's the guy. He makes one mistake and he's in his head for the whole game. You can see it.
Yeah,
like,
just forever pondering about it.
Yeah, his body language is visibly bad. Do you know what I'm saying? And we never heard no leaks of, oh, like, he's not good to have around and all these, and the players are getting fed up of him. None of that. Same with Harry Maguire. Yeah, Man United openly said that he can leave, agreed a fee with West Ham, couldn't agree personal terms because he wanted Man United to pay off the rest of his contract because West Ham couldn't afford to pay his wages.
So you have to stay put and deal with the criticism.
He ended up staying, bro, and no rumors come out saying, the players are fed up of Harry Maguire. Bro, man, his last 2 goals, yeah, were against Man United and against England.
This is why I'm starting to feel sorry for Duddy, man, because, like, I don't know, man. It just seems like you got bad luck. Everything you touch turns to shit. Like, I don't know for Maguire now, man. I enjoy the Bants, but I'm actually truthfully starting to feel sorry for him. It's like laughing at a man that started to cry now, man. Like, I genuinely am starting to feel sorry for him, man. Like, everything you're doing, how can everything you do on the football field be terrible? Like, everything. Yeah. If you're not scoring own goals, you're tackling your own players, you're marking your own players, you're out of position, you're just doing mad things. Boy, he's gonna have to hold that, man.
That's what I'm saying. This Maguire thing, it's like, Maguire's never been a victim, and he's been afforded a lot more opportunities than anyone. Do you know what I mean? If there's anyone that doesn't deserve protection, it's him, and he still gets it. You got the England manager out there really swinging it out for him.
This is it. And to be fair, Southgate, if that's who you're rocking with, you can rock with your guys, you know, really and truly, because Maguire is not as poor for England than the others, but you're kind of bringing it on him now at some point, really and truly. And again, it goes back to what you said. He is just being criticized for football. Like, it's nothing to do with his character, what he's doing behind closed doors. You know, again, when he had that little stuff in Greece, you know, the same media came out to defend him for punching someone up. Bro, these luxuries are not afforded to everyone, innit? So he's going to have to hold that.
Yep, and I remember this as well, the Man United thing, when Roy Keane was like, we try to give him a bit of good PR and that. Don't think that these pundits ain't been briefed, you know, to protect this youth, blood. They've done everything that they can do, yeah, because he was meant to be the next England captain, you know. He was,
This is it.
bro. When he signed for Man United, he was meant to be the next guy, bro. He was the white knight they were pushing forward, blood. He was
And
him,
this
you
is
know.
it. You control the media, you control the narrative. As you lot know, in Football Mirror Society, it's the same within football. If you say a lie enough times, becomes the truth. Unfortunately, there's many people that will listen on YouTube channels or on TV or whatever, and just because it's said there, they won't question things, or it starts to become a sentiment. Man, people need to understand how dangerous news is and these words are and things. People really think the media just say things out of their own mouth. It's never to chance. It's all calculated. And it's been done, like you said, like there's PR campaigns behind Maguire. I don't think there's a more protected player in world football right now than Maguire.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. Do you know what I mean? And we don't hear nothing getting leaked. But then when there's other players, we start hearing all this nonsense. And this is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, it's been a witch hunt, bruv. It's been a witch hunt, and that's why a man won't back down. You get me? I don't
look
really
at how
care.
David Beckham had to take pelters from time to time, bro. Maguire's lucky.
And Beckham's pelters were because he went against the grain and people just didn't like man.
Yeah.
That's just all it was. They didn't like him. They didn't like his wife. They didn't like man's hairstyles. Didn't like man was wearing dresses and them thing there. Man's wearing skirts and that. You know the ones that they just didn't like.
I can't defend the skirt thing, but
they just didn't like. They didn't like the fact that he was just being himself unapologetically. You know the ones. He weren't being a good boy. You know what I mean?
And that's the problem with football nowadays. You know, if you're outspoken, you're in issues, or you get to that scenario where you're like Saka and Kante, as we spoke before, where I don't know the term, but you're like an adult and they're taking you as a kid. They're taking you for a kid. They're just making you look like a youth.
But that's ridiculous. Though, because you're harmless to them.
This is it. You're the good boy.
Know what I mean? And this is what it is. It's just it's idiot stuff, bro. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, it's like people don't want to see it, bro. And the Harry Maguire situation is the most transparent thing that you will see, and that's why everything else that happens to these other players, yeah, man, I'm holding it against how they're treating Harry Maguire, blood. Even the fact that someone actually sat down and gave his mum an interview, blood. Why do you want to hear from his mum, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, I'm being real, because this is what they do. They try and humanize these people. Why aren't you going and sitting down with Sancho's mum and asking him like, oh, how is he, like, you know what I'm saying? Because these man only started feeling sorry for Dele Alli, yeah, when man sat down with Gary Neville and told man all these stories. But before you man were running him.
Yeah, he's failure, he's this, he's that, and the other. Like, you know what? All I would ask for in an ideal world is that there's the same universal rule for everybody in it, really. If everyone's gonna get a blight, everyone gets a blight, or no one gets one. But as you know yourself, and plenty of people in the comments, bro, that's never gonna happen, innit? These luxuries are not afforded to everyone. It's just the way it is, man.
Bruv, go sit down with my man's mum and say, oh, what? They said he's been late to training. Like, what's going on and that? Do you know what I'm saying? Ask her. I want to hear from Sancho's mum. You know, like that, man. He's 21. Man don't want to hear from no hardback Maguire's mum, bro. What's man like 30? I don't want to hear from your mum, bruv. Do you know, man got like 3 kids, blood. Man are trying to hear from your mum. I'll be real.
Maguire must be getting bantered in his WhatsApp group by his friends, man. Come on, man.
It's crazy.
Unless his mum, I don't think his mum needs peas, but unless she got a little healthy payoff from talking, then I hear it cost of living and that. But I don't understand how it is, man. You've been in a football scenario. Maguire has to be holding the most bants from his bread.
Bro, you know, a man's getting bullied at school and then mumsy's at the school gate, you know.
Yeah,
you know,
man. Like, it's like calling your big sister or something. Come on, man. Grow up here, man. Come on,
no,
man.
But this is what they do, bro. They try and humanize this brer. Do you know what I mean? So they start talking, they do all these mental health merchants come out the good work. Do you know what I mean? And then we get his mum involved. Then grandma's gonna come out and say, oh, what a good boy Harry was. Do you know what I mean? He was always a fun, loving child and all this crap. We're gonna hear all of that.
No, I rate his mum because obviously you're gonna back your son in it, but I just don't understand why it's come out now and nothing's to chance. You know, over the last 48, 72 hours, there's been really aggressive sort of humanizing of Maguire, which he obviously is a human. And then you've got his mum coming out and speaking now. You just have to question the motives behind it, really and truly.